Yeah, now we are going to discuss the Python and other programming languages, right? The Python is very famous for its simple programming syntax and code readability and English like commands that make coding almost a lot easier and efficient. Due to this, it is the most popular language. The Python is an interpreted and high level and general purpose programming language. The developed by Gudio Van Rossum. The Python was developed by this. He was a founder of this Python, Gudio Van Rossum. In this lecture, we need to compare the Python with other programming languages. So you minded that when we compared with other programming languages, just you would think one thing: the very less code, syntax is very simple. First one, simple syntax and easy to learn and easy to maintain and a huge community and it having huge library support. So it is, when we compare with other programming languages, these 5 statements are the most. And Python is suitable for all type of tasks, all type of works, but other programming languages also suitable for all type of works. But when we compared with the work time and work efficiency, how much time it takes for execution, that point of view, Python is very quick and a developer can do that work in a span of time. So right now I want to compare with a Python and C++, right? Python versus C++. First you mind it, when we compared with the Python, the large code compared to Python, so it having huge code. When compared to Python, just compared to, so why? Because very simple one, if you want to declare one variable, suppose I am taking one variable, this one, but if in case we want to declare one variable in C++, just definitely you can mention the type of the variable, otherwise it won't be work, right? Now the variables and some parameters, argument, definitely you should use the type of that. So one more is there, is not a pure object oriented programming language. It was not a pure object oriented programming language. So why the C++ is not a pure programming language? C++ is not having all object oriented programming principle features. It's not having OOPS features, but Python is having full features, OOPS features, and when we compared with a very less code, right, and memory management is somewhat is there, but right now we are ignoring that. Very basic level only we touch that, right? So next one, we need to compare the JavaScript versus Python. The first one, the JavaScript is the only scripting language. It was a scripting language, right? So but the Python is script plus script and programming language. That is one of the additional benefit of this Python. Is nothing but the Python is a combination of scripting and programming language, right? And it is a object oriented programming language, and it is also having object oriented programming language, and it is a interpreted, and it is also interpreted, right? But it having just in time it's having, and we discuss in JavaScript that is other classes. But right now we focus on only these two things. It is a scripting language and object oriented programming language, but Python is it is not only for scripting, and it is also programming language. That is other benefit, right? And the most important one, so everyone needs this. So Python versus Java. First question, so which is the best for one particular task? So Python is the best or Java is the best? So my choice, both are great programming language and huge library systems, and it does a lot. But when compared with the Java code, the Python code is very less. So I want to tell about Python features, right? Python features. First of all, the Python is interpreted and dynamically typed programming language. So it is interpreted and dynamically typed. So what is an interpreted programming language? So here line by line the code will be evaluated. And what is a dynamical? Just we don't want to declare any variable, just a, it is enough for declaring any variable. So what type of data you want to store here, right? So but Java, it is a compile time programming language. Compile it having compiler, it first it compiles a program and execute, right? So here compile and execute. When compared with Python and Java, the Python can very faster to launch the code, launch the application and slower runtime. So Python can faster to launch the application, it can be run the application very quickly, but when we are when we are trying to executing that that code, interpreting the code, that situation it takes more time. But Java very slower launch, very slower in launch, but faster, it is very faster to run. And one more is there, Python code does not need to compile before run. So here just we write the code and run the code. But in this one, first compile, then run. Right. So when we compare this, the Python can run the code directly. And it will be first compile, then only it will be run. So that is a difference. These are the differences when compared with a Python, with a C++ and a JavaScript and Java. And there are plenty programming languages are there, like Go language is there, Perl, Ruby. All are having a great features when compared with Python. But the Python is very flexible, and the Python is suitable having a great library support. So what it will be great, right? Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.